Good morning, folks. I'm about to leave on my first motocamping trip with the Tracer. The bike is loaded up just as it would be with the RS. The new panniers, or the panniers on this bike with their liners, work pretty good. They hold exactly the same amount of stuff as the BMW panniers, and which are up there. And the top box, of course, is on. I get everything that I usually put into my dry bags, my 2 dry bags into this 1 dry bag, and it's mounted on top of my 40-liter Oxford dry bag there. It's actually a 50-liter, as you can see there. What I can say is that I've got more space. Look at all that space there on the saddle compared to the RS. So this is going to be a more spacious ride, I think. I'm a little bit concerned about the interference here, scuffing this paint. But right now they're not touching, but we'll see how it goes. On the other side, it's touching a bit. This bike leans a lot, you know. It really does. I don't like the lean that much, but I've got my GPS here, and that's all hooked up. I've got this, and that's ready to go. Of course, my phone will go there. And we had a cool front going, so the temperature is going to get up to about 75 degrees today, maximum. Right now it's in the 60s, perfect. I've still got the small windscreen here. It's in the lower position. I can raise that if I want to, but as you can see, it's not really a touring windscreen, but it's not that cold. So she's ready to go. So I'll go put on my jacket and see you on the road. Well, I'm on the 190 right now, and 32 miles from the park. I left home about 10 o'clock, and it's going to take me, I don't know, 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get there. I stopped a couple of times, stopped for gas and try and buy some yogurt for dessert, for lunch and for dinner, but the place that I just stopped at was on the Indian reservation, and it's a nice convenience store, but it doesn't have yogurt. And I stopped earlier on in Livingston, and I got a Subway sandwich, and that's going to be lunch. So, got my gas at the Shell gas station back in the Coushatta, Alabama Coushatta tribe here on the 190, and on my way to the park. Pretty good ride so far. I've got the preload on the bike set to 16 clicks. I usually keep it at 12. When I've got pillion rider, I put it to 18. And I figured, let me try 4 clicks more from normal, so put it on 16, and that seems to be working pretty good. I'm not doing a lot of fast riding today. This is the first trip, like I said, on the Tracer, and trying to figure out, you know, how it's behaving on the road with load. And so far, so good. It's been a very breezy day, though, and I've been blown all over the road on the interstate. So, and that small windscreen there is it's keeping me nice and cool, but at the same time my neck is going to feel the strain, especially tomorrow, I'm sure. But no problem. I knew that was going to be the case, and I knew that I can handle 2 hours of riding, so that's why I didn't switch the windscreen out. But temperature is beautiful. It's right now 69 degrees. This is wonderful. It's going to be a nice overnight stay at the park, I'm sure. Hopefully there's nobody around me. And but yeah, the Tracer has been handling the riding, aside from the wind, has been brilliant. I've been cruising on the interstate at about 65. I haven't tried my RS. I usually cruise at 75 on that bike, and that bike handles the crosswinds better than this one. So that's one thing I'll say about the RS. But this one here has more space. I'm sat in the saddle right now, and I'm not touching the bags at the back, and you know, I've got more space to spread out and to shift around, so it's more comfortable that way. The upright seating position, jury's still out whether that's more comfortable. A lot of people seem to think that upright is more comfortable. I am convinced that lean forward slightly is more comfortable, because you don't get the loads from the road, the shock loads going straight up your spine. But so far it's not aching or anything like that. The seat, I'm not sliding forward on this sloped seat, and so far so good. Yeah, it would be nice if I had one of those cool covers. I like that. Even in the cooler weather like this, I still like it. Get some air conditioning for your butt, but I can't put my hands on one of those right now. At least I haven't tried very hard. So as soon as I can pick up one of those, I'll pick that up and put it on this bike. But aside from that, great ride. Very pleased so far. And of course the navigator is working a treat, as I expected it would. And yeah, can't complain. Neches River. I guess this must be the Neches Swamp. Park is just on the other side of this causeway, so we're almost here. They're probably full this weekend. Nice weather. I pre-registered, so let's see what that does for me. I've never done that before. I've got a windshield, a piece of paper to go on my windshield if I was a car, but on this little tiny motorcycle windscreen, I don't think that it'll work. I got a piece of paper I've got to hand to them, but who do I hand it to? Maybe there's somebody in this little hut. Stop. No. Gotta go there. Well, I'm here and I'm just checked in. Now we're gonna go to the campsite. If I come across a day use area before I get to the campsite, I'm gonna go there, have my lunch. So I still had to go in. So that pre-registration was a waste of time. Beautiful day to be in the park. Still nice. Tent sites 100 to 143. That's me. Ooh. paddled in there years ago. Trail. 100 to 143 tent sites. That's me. Maybe I'll get close to the water. It's kind of across the road. See, these are the better sites, but look at all the people. Ugh. 103. Yeah. 105. Swimming area. So this is like the day use area. Maybe I should stop here and have my lunch. Day use area only. Day use area only. Yeah, this is all nice. $129. $124. So where's the washroom? Boat launch. 126. Oh, there's a washroom right there. 127. Firewood. $128. And this is home. Oh, it's in the shade too. So where do I park? No, this is 130. 129. Oh my God. 129 is across the way. Shoot. That's a shite. Anyway, could be worse. Okay, what I'm gonna do is drop my stuff and go for a lunch. Just had a nice lunch in the day use area here at Martin Dies here State Park, and it's 2:20 right now, and probably gonna go set up my tent now and at least get that squared away. I just dropped all my stuff at the campsite and came back to the day use area, which is not too far away. Gorgeous day today. I mean, the breeze, I think it's like 71 or so, and very low humidity. It's a nice breeze. Of course, I rode through the breeze coming up, and that was kind of tiring, but it's quite nice here now. As you can see over the lake is quite peaceful as well, and some people fishing earlier on just down on the beach there, but not too good fishing. I didn't catch much, but these are all tent sites here and day use area, so quite nice, very pleasant. So as you can see, I'm all set up under the tree, and apparently a neighbor of mine has just drove by and said that this area, if you look behind there, you can see these nice bushes. This area is a prime spot for deer to come hang out in the morning. There's a whole herd of them that comes and lies down around here and walks through this area and everything. So I won't be surprised if I'm hearing some sniffing going on outside my tent through the night. Probably gonna be deer in this area here. And the fact that there's nobody here camping, even though all of these spots have an R on it, so it's reserved, but there's nobody there. Yeah, I expect there'll be deer all over. He said he just saw one up the road. Interesting. Anyway, it's still a beautiful evening, 4 o'clock now, and got the tent all set up, and got the inside stuff set up. Bag is, the sleeping bag is puffing up. That's going to be the first time that I'm going to be using the Naturehike. I forget I did a little video before. I'm going to talk more about it later on. And definitely tomorrow morning I'm going to give you some feedback as to how it worked. But quite encouraged. Tonight it should be in the 50s, I guess. It's not going to be cold, so it should be great. Sleeping pad. I brought my Climate Static V or Static 5, the blow up one, because I didn't want to bring that big accordion one. I think that I should really call that a waste of money, because I mean, yes, it might be a little bit warmer than and even then I don't really know if it's going to be warmer than the blow up Climate that I have, but it certainly takes up a lot more space, so that's why it didn't make it this trip. But certainly for this weather, it's not that cold yet. I don't need that much insulation. How convenient. The wood is right here. Honor system, $1 per stick. This is the road behind my campsite. Any alligators here?
This is so peaceful here, I tell you. This part of the park is got nobody in it. It's just the park coast across the way over there, and but there's nobody here. And I guess that's why the deer is going to show up. The deer are going to show up a little bit later on. But it's so peaceful and the temperature is so nice. Just sitting here listening to the radio. I went for a little walk just now down to the water. Got a couple of pictures. Walked around the back loop behind there. And very nice sights over there as well, all along the water. I don't have a water sight. That's the only drawback. But I mean, this park has got some nice sights, and at this time of the year, it's going to really come into its own. Really, really nice and pretty close. Just over 100 miles from Houston, from my house, I should say. And so this is my go-to park, I think. This and Fairfield. Low in the upper 40s, according to the radio. Tomorrow clear, high in the upper 70s here. So it should be a nice sleep tonight. I did bring a sweater just in case, that sleeping bag. But then again, the last time I had a problem, it wasn't the sleeping bag's fault. The problem was I didn't put my sleeping pad down. So the coldness was just coming up from the ground under the cot and into my body. And of course then it was like 36 degrees. I think it went down as low as 36. So but it's not going to go that low tonight. And I've got my sleeping pad, air-filled sleeping pad there, so there's no problem. I might be warm if anything, but we'll see. Oh, I better stop recording. I might get a copyright strike on this. Well, I had this brilliant idea to, instead of bringing or buying wood, bring some charcoal. I only need little fires. I don't need a big fire to grill stuff and make toast. And this here is a little charcoal starter. So I'm going to go ahead and start a few pieces of charcoal in the fire pit over there. And get my, I've got some chicken that leftovers from the other day. Some big chicken. I'm gonna warm that up. Now I got 5 briquettes on the go there. And I threw some of that fire starter on it. And let that burn down. And then I'll put my grill on top. Not that thing there. My portable grill. There I've got my portable grill on. I think there's some heat. Yeah, there's some heat there. I'm going to put my chicken on now and see. That's a neat little grill. The heat is not all that great, but I can see some white on the edges of the charcoal, which tend to suggest that is burning. A lot of smoke there. It's heat, but it's not hot. But like I said, that thing is cooked already. So it's big chicken that was in the fridge and then in my cooler. Sauteing some veg, celery, mushroom, sweet peppers, and some onion. And then I'm gonna use this tonight. Whole grain medley, brown and wild rice. And I'm going to eat that with that chicken that's hopefully warming up over there. Just put the rice in on half of the pot. Put a little bit of water in there and it should warm up. Still going. Generating a lot of heat. And the thing is, these legs are just pieces of wire, stiff wire, that you can just push down into the earth and get it closer to the coals, so you can regulate your heat that way. Well, the charcoal method of warming up my chicken, and actually for doing any kind of cooking while I'm camping, is a great success. That chicken is pretty damn hot, and and I didn't even get the charcoals going that much. So I'm very pleased with that. This thing will be a staple in my camping kit from now on. Bring a few briquettes and I'm all set. Waiting for a sunset this evening. It should be nice. There's a little bit of clouds up there to reflect the sun, and I think it'll be beautiful. And there are the people. See all the tent sites. This is what I'm talking about. All kinds of nice tent sites here. The sun's really shining in my eyes. Gotta wait for the intensity to go down a bit. But even behind me is some sights as well. I did a review on this mug already. Man, what a mug. I mean, it keeps everything piping hot. I walk from my campsite to this place here, to the day use area, and well, actually this is the boat launch. Boat launch is right there. And man, this thing is boiling hot. Tea in there is boiling hot. Such a great mug, such good insulation capacity, and the outside is cool to the touch, but inside is hot as heck. Brilliant Rambler 10 ounce. Brilliant mug. Good morning, folks. It is now Sunday morning. I just woke up. Good night's sleep. This sleeping bag did a really good job. It's probably my most comfortable sleeping bag. I do appreciate that it's not a mummy style sleeping bag, and it's a typical or regular rectangular bottom with a hood. I'm lying on top of the hood right now, and kept me nice and comfortable, not too hot. Last night when I went to bed last night, I'm not sure what the temperature was, probably in the 60s. I can't remember, but I do know that after waking up, I woke up at 3:30, and the temperature outside was 48, and the temperature inside the tent was what was it, 62, with a humidity of 72. I've got a little gadget that measures all of that stuff. Right now the temperature is 46 outside, but the temperature in here is 60. I forgot what it said, 62, but the humidity is like 80, according to that gadget. Let me show you what the unit looks like. So that's my wonderful light. What a beautiful tent light that is. It collapses and it gives out 3 levels of light. It has some solar power, solar charging. There's the cell right there. And you can charge it by USB. It lasts a long time. But anyway, what I was going to show you is this thing. This is the little sensor for temperature and humidity. I bought it to go with this tent, and so far it's been quite accurate. Had it working at home, and it gives the right temperature, so whatever it says right now is actually what it is. There's nature. This guy here is on the outside of my mesh getaway, and there's another one here. So there's 2 of them. Get Man, anyway, I gotta get up and get going. Get breakfast. Again, another 5 coals, getting them ready for toast. We'll see how this goes. Well, here's the toast. It's coming along. It's getting toasted, but it might end up smelling a little bit like barbecue. But anyway, better than nothing. Meanwhile, I've got the bacon started, and I'm going to put on the eggs as soon as this is cooked, and hopefully that toast over there is going to be ready in time. Pretty good. It's a good breakfast. And got a little bit of cream cheese to go on my toast. I didn't use my butter. I think this will do. This will more than do for the eggs. Toast via charcoal grill. Not bad. Let's see how it tastes. Breakfast is served. Got the water boiling for my coffee, and I got some beautiful choral music playing on PBS, and it sounds like Sunday morning. A little bit heavy on the black pepper, I guess, but that's homage to my paternal grandfather, who loved black pepper on everything. Well, the toast tastes essentially like toast, with a little bit of a charcoal fire starter taste because of that smoke coming off of the charcoals. But I really don't care. It is great. The temperature is 50 degrees right now, and brilliant morning. Sun's now coming up. I don't know. Now it's 9:11. 9:11 right now, and gonna have my coffee afterwards and then start packing up. Well, it's been a beautiful camping trip so far, and I just finished breakfast, reboiling the water to wash the dishes, and listening to some beautiful music on PBS. And wow, great supper, great breakfast, decent sleep. Why I say decent, it wasn't because of the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag worked just fine, but for some reason I kept waking up. But my sleep app said I had a good sleep overall, so I was apparently restless between 3:30 and 5. But aside from that, I had probably 75% restful sleep. So according to the data, don't know if I trust that data that much, but the sleeping bag worked great. It's a Naturehike CWZ400, and I see my water's boiled, and perfect, very comfortable inside, just the right amount of thickness for both temperature as well as comfort. And I started off sleeping outside of the sleeping bag with, not covered, and then later on in the night, as it got a little cooler, I pulled the cover over, but then some of the coolness was leaking in through the side, so I decided to zipper it up. And once I zippered it up, it was really nice in there. Peaceful morning. Couple are out fishing over there. They were the ones that were fishing yesterday and said that it was a little slow at lunchtime. They might have better luck now. Campers are getting ready to go home. $190 is over there. And that's the only noise you can hear in this park. You can see in the distance the cars going across. This looks like a causeway, but it's not too bad. It's not like at Martin Creek Lake State Park that had the power plant across the way. You can just hear the noise of the road in the distance and the cars going by or the trucks going by. It's not bad at all. Very peaceful. For all of the warnings of deer coming to this area here, not one deer have I seen or heard since I've been camped here. I saw some deer in the distance where that RV is driving out right now. Last evening, there was a whole pile of them that were running across the road. But nothing here. And I mean, this is prime wooded area for the deer to come and walk through and hang out. But I keep hearing noises in here. I don't know, maybe squirrels or something, but no deer came out. Now, I don't know what happened after I went to bed. They might have come out and been very quiet. I didn't hear anything. But no deer as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we're leaving now. It's just about 3 minutes after 12. I don't know what's wrong with the GPS, but it's saying that I'm going to get home almost at 4 o'clock, which is nonsense. I expect to be home in about 2 hours. So by about 2 o'clock. But it has been a great visit here. And I'll be back. Lots of people with tents here. VA Steinhagen Lake. temperature right now is 69 degrees and it's not a beautiful day. I expect the temperature is going to go up to about mid-70s, both here and in Houston. So it should be pleasant. This has been a really good trip and can't complain at all. Everything was good and definitely a park to return to for motocamping. Try and see if I can get one of those nice sites on the water next time. The only problem with that is that it'll be a little bit more noisy because there's more people and more kids there. But either way, the site that I was at was really good. I really liked it. It was very convenient because the dump station and the firewood was right there. And not the dump station, well, the people dump station. The bathroom was right there and it was decently clean. I didn't have a shower last night, but because I had a shower in the morning and I'm going to go home now. But very convenient. So far the Tracer has been brilliant when it comes to motocamping and traveling long distance with this load on the back. Oh man, it's been perfect. The one criticism for this I'll have for the bike though is that terrible lean angle. It leans so much to the left. You know, it could do with half of the lean and still be plenty. When it's leaned so much to the left, when you're loading up the bike and it's on its side stand, it's kind of a pain in the butt. But that's the only complaint. I had that nice foot enlarger put on and I was parked on some mud. I didn't bother to put down any my plastic side stand rest because the foot enlarger was doing a good job. It didn't sink in overnight, but the bike still did look leaned over, I tell you. Another good thing with the park is self-service is brilliant. In some spots I got 4 bars and in the weakest place I got I think 2 bars and it was great. I'm going to end this off now and that's it for this motocamping trip, the first motocamping trip for the Tracer. Great success, 2 thumbs up, and hopefully there'll be many more this season. So until I talk to you in the next video, keep your shiny side up, stay safe, and take care. FM 62. This is a detour to get around some severe traffic that was initially telling me that I was going to have a couple more hours left on my trip. That's the reason why there was a big detour or a big delay along the original route. This is pretty here. In 8 miles I'm going to join the 59 though, so this will come to an end. time that the Tracer has been on roads like this fully loaded. It's handling it beautifully. But it's going to come to an end in 0.8 miles. Apparently this is the 59. Holy crap, I've got to cross an interstate. Okay. This is half done. It's set on 75 miles an hour right now, so we'll see how it does all the way back. But I'm going to turn off the video for now.